Is a cross-corner dump in, goes behind the net, and quickly Van Wyck on it for Lindenwood. Nobody around him but white jerseys as it's pushed forward by Alavi. Played out to center, here comes O'Donnell. 2-on-2, Jonathan O'Donnell. Played up forward, and it goes wide. Circling with it is Alavi, has it stolen away from him as Lowahan tried to reverse it back. Interception out in front, save made, Martin the rebound, another save by Martin. Two big saves, I think that was Stefan Horgus. He just robbed him point blank.
Yeah, big saves by Martin, keeping Lindenwood up to nothing. Penn State getting some pressure there finally and able to put some pressure. Unfortunately, not able to score. There is going to be a face-off in the Lindenwood zone, though. To Martin's left.
And we apologize for not updating the score bug. It's a little bit new for us today as we didn't have it yesterday. We're very happy to update it for you today as it is 2-0 Lindenwood. Face-off to the left of Josh Martin. Off the tie-up, it's Lindenwood playing it out to center and all the way down into the Penn State end. John Thompson will start up with it. Back into the Lions end, and it's corralled at center by John First. Played behind the net, offsides as Penn State they'll have to touch up, which gives a chance for Michael Schrader to start out. Stolen away just as quickly by Penn State. Schiffman couldn't get anything on the clearing attempt, as on the near side boards they battle. Alavi circles back with the puck, goes down low, in front, save, and another one, 2-3 saves made by Martin, all on Stefan Horgus. Tie up on the near side boards. Horgus plays it on goal. A save made by Martin again. And Lindenwood's got a possible break. Icing is all the way down, but not called as the first one there to get his. Klaesner out in front. Unable to pull the trigger with Schnell. Behind the net, here's Beck. Plays it up but not out. A keep in by Van Wyck. Down low for Klaesner. Stolen away by Thompson. He ties up with a man. A big check by Freiberger. Breakout pass intercepted by Gassett. Gassett on the far side boards. Plays it in front. Save made by Breen. That on Freiberger. Freiberger behind the net. Looking for an outlet pass. Takes it behind the net again. Finds a man in front who took a cross-check. Penalty coming up to Penn State on Robert Freeling as Ellen goes across the crease. With it is Klaesner. Extra attacker on for Lindenwood as the touch is finally made. It's going to be Robert Freeling getting 2 minutes for cross-checking or interference. And so Lindenwood will get their first power play of the game with 4 minutes to go in the first period. On the season, Penn State killing them off at an 87.6% click. That's good for third among tournament teams. Lindenwood's power play 11th among tournament teams at a 22.6% success rate.
If Lindenwood could get a goal here.
There it is! A shot from the point! Deflected in the slot by Kyle Van Wyck. The shot was taken by Jet Bell. And Lindenwood, 3-0 on a power play goal. Just 3:51 to go in only the first period.
Let me tell you something. This might be a good time for Penn State to take a timeout.
And they will not do so. 16:09 the time of the goal. I believe that was going to be Van Wyck as the shot was taken by Bell. It was tipped in front. We're waiting to see who officially gets credit for it.
23 on the tip.
So that's going to be Van Wyck getting the power play goal, and Bell will get an assist. And very quickly here, that was Beck that got the penalty, not Freeling.
2 minutes for the third at the 16-minute mark of the first period.
It's a power play goal for Lindenwood as they now lead 3-0.
Lindenwood power play goal scored by number 23, Kyle Van Wyck.
There it is, Kyle Van Wyck.
By number 22, Jake Wine.
And Jake Wine gets the assist, not Jet Bell, and I do apologize for that. It looked like it was 28 from the point. Meanwhile, behind the net, Lindenwood able to start out yet again. This in the person of Jack Anderholm. Up to center and dumped back into the Lindenwood end. Pass across, played up to center ice, and just barely gets over the blue line. Quickly in comes Penn State. They have to wait for everybody to get off sides, and they're unable to do so. Freeling made an extra touch, and he gives an extra shove there to Dylan Miller. And cooler heads prevail. 3:30 to go in the first period, or excuse me, 3:10 to go in the first period. And Lindenwood University has a 3-0 lead over national #1 Penn State.
Penn State needs to stop chirping and start playing.
Yeah, they do.
That's what it comes down to.
Now, could that be confidence or frustration?
Frustration.
It's got to be frustration.
It's definitely frustration right now. May have been confidence yesterday. It's definitely frustration now. They've conceded 7 consecutive goals.
Puck sent in behind the Penn State end. First one there is Hayworth. He goes up the wall. It's played by Beck and sends it all the way down. Racing to get it is Hunter Schiffman. Schiffman looks for a breakout pass for Lowenheim. Goes all the way through onto the stick of Lavin. Or excuse me, that was Klaesner. A nice keep at the line by Schiffman. He fires just wide. Puck rattles around and Penn State able to start out. Worcester throws it wide, goes off the end boards.
By the way, I think Breen got a piece of that down there, Andrew.
He might have. And quickly starting up is Klaesner. 2:18 to go in the first period. Lindenwood University leading Penn State University 3-0 here in only the first period. Physical play ramping up for Penn State. Lindenwood controlling the puck, though, as it goes back to the point for Anderholm. Line change made for the Lions. Starting ahead with it is Ian Preck. He gains the red line and dumps it back into the Penn State end. Behind the net it goes for Ludwig. Ludwig, a cross-ice pass on the breakout, looking for O'Donnell, but instead it was turned back in by Preck. Once again, Penn State has to start up. Beck attempting to start up for Penn State. It's stolen away. Here comes Lucas Freiberger as JP's going to get an interview. Played out to point. Freiberger's shot blocked on the way in by Beck. Look, they might have taken an extra tumble there as O'Donnell will attempt to start up for Penn State. Backhanded out to center. Here comes First. First down the right wing. Fires a shot saved by Martin. Losing the rebound. And it's played out of harm's way by Gassett. Skied too high as it hits a rafter. And we'll get a whistle with 1:18 to go in the first period. Lindenwood leading 3-0.
It really just... I'm waiting to see the response. I'm waiting to see the air of desperation out of Penn State. I have not seen it in this first period. And you would have thought after losing yesterday, there'd be desperation there. And right now, I have not seen it from the Ice Lions.
I don't think they realize how much danger they're really in, Brett. I really don't. This one's stolen away by Frederick Monkman. Plays it up, but not out as it's kept in by Ennis. Last minute of play in the first, you hear on the speaker, it's gloved down by Monkman. Out to center and dumped back in by Schrader. A crunching check right in front of our vantage point. Extra shot taken by Nick Elliott. Puck sent into the netting and out of play, and a race for the puck as there is a souvenir for a lucky fan. And he gives it off to one of his friends. Good man, as he's already got a puck himself.
There you go.
Sharing is caring, right, Brett?
Yeah, pretty much.
Face-off just outside the Penn State end. 45.5 seconds to go in the first period. And Lindenwood leads 3-0 over Penn State. Here comes a Quadro, tied up by 5 Lions. A Quadro has the puck in his feet, but it's poked out to center by Schiffman. Penn State has to regroup. Vlasic down the wing for Bats. Goes across. He was looking for Horgus, that being Brendan, but it rolls on goal, and Martin will cover up for a whistle with 21.1 to go in the first.
It's just... It doesn't seem to be the starch in this right now. You know, Lindenwood came out the sharper team for sure, and I tell you what, the Ice Lions are going to have to get... I would love to see them get a goal here with 20 to go.
Absolutely, that would be huge for the program. As this one played up to center, rolls back into the Penn State end, excuse me. First one to get it is Horgus. Brendan plays it out wide for Bats. Bats backhands one into the Lindenwood end as there's a goal scored behind us in the opposite rink. First period will come to a close, and Lindenwood University has a 3-0 lead over Penn State University, the national #1.
And the Penn State University Ice Lions, 0.
It's just
On goal after the first period of play.
as we get shots on goal.
They had 18. For Penn State, they had 11.
18 to 11, the shots on goal in favor of Lindenwood after 20 minutes of play. JP standing at ice level with Lindenwood head coach Gary Gardner. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down here with Coach Gardner. Coach, 3-0 for you in that first period. You guys seemed to do what you wanted in that one. How'd it go according to plan for you?
Pretty good, actually. We're just trying to get the puck in. I told them, let's just get the oil warmed up a little bit, get the guys feeling good, getting pucks in on this D, getting them turning a little bit. We did pretty good. I'm really impressed with that period for sure. I like the way we're playing.
Now, defensively, you guys haven't really allowed Penn State many opportunities. Is that something that was stressed going into this one?
Oh, yes. Penn State's got a good offensive team. They like to move the puck side to side, up and down. So, yeah, we're trying to get as many guys as we get back in the zone quick, then on the pucks quick. So, yeah, I like the way we're playing there. They've got a couple opportunities. Marty helped us big time. Our goaltender there made some big saves. So,
Coach, what do you got to do to bring this one through the second period?
just keep it going. That's the bottom line. I mean, I feel that we got a lot of depth, and this is where we can just keep this going and getting pucks in.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, sir.
Andrew, back up to you.
Thank you, JP. Thanks, Coach Gary Gardner. We'll step aside for the first intermission. It's a 3-0 lead for Lindenwood over Penn State. You're watching the 2018 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. And welcome back to the Ohio Health Chiller North in Lewis Center, Ohio. It's the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. It's Pool B action, and at the end of the first period, it's the Lindenwood Lions, the 3 seed from the Central, leading 3-0 over the Southeast #1 and the National #1 Penn State University Ice Lions. John Peterson is with me for color commentary. Brett Luthner is on the camera, adding third-party commentary as well. And Brett, we'll go to you first. Your thoughts on that first period?
Lindenwood outplayed Penn State, plain and simple. I'm waiting to see this national #1 show a sense of urgency. If it doesn't happen now, I don't think it's happening, boys.
JP, your thoughts?
Yeah, agreed. You got to have Penn State. You got to see Penn State step up and do something good here to get themselves back into this game. If they don't do it in this period, I think it's going to be a little bit too late for them to get moving.
First period scoring by Sean Vitti, Alex Klaesner, and a power play goal by Kyle Van Wyck. Penn State moving right to left in the white jerseys, trimmed in navy blue. Lindenwood moving left to right in the black jerseys, trimmed in white and gold. We're underway here in the second period, so happy you could join us on the ACHA Hockey Network. Here comes Klaesner. He dumps it back in behind the net. Shots on goal in the first period were 18-11 in favor of Lindenwood. O'Donnell tries to leave it off. It's stolen away from Malavi and wrapped back in behind the net. Here's Schnell. Tries to play it in front. Beck got in the way of that one, and first will start up for Penn State. Cross-ice pass. Here comes O'Donnell. A nice move. Shot save made by Martin. Off the tie-up, it goes out to center. Klaesner looked to spring Schnell, but it caroms back into the Penn State end. Played forward by Brendan Horgus. Out to center for Alavi, stolen away, and now we're going to get a whistle.
It's going to be a penalty.
And a penalty coming up. It's going to be a holding call. And we'll see who this goes against.
Schnell is going to be getting a penalty here.
So Nick Schnell is going to get 2 minutes for holding. 34 seconds into the second period. Penn State goes back to the man advantage. They're 0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Well, early on, at least, we've seen some urgency out of Penn State.
Puck cleared all the way down, and Penn State will have to go the full 200 feet. Ludwig leaves it off for O'Donnell to start up. He gives it off for Adam Beck. Beck just sends it into the Penn State end. It took a funny bounce off his bench, and it's cleared out to center.
I think that might have hit the linesman.
Might have been. Glove down by Monkman, who has it on the near side boards. Monkman tries to drop a pass off. It's intercepted, and away with this comes Ben Krause. Krause with a head of steam down the right wing. Cuts to the center. He shoots, misses the net. Off the glass. It's played by O'Donnell. Almost stolen away by Krause. Scary, go ahead.
How many times have we said it? JP, you can say it.
Got to hit the net if you want to score.
Absolutely. 100% accuracy is not expected.
He was going for the top corner, and he just missed it completely.
Especially in a game like this, you can afford to take some chances.
Oh, yeah, especially when you're shorthanded.
Cleared all the way out to center. We're halfway through the Penn State power play with 18:06 to go in the second period. Lindenwood leading 3-0.
That could have been a dagger, though, right there. I thought he had him beat. I thought he had Breen beat.
He did. He had the whole top of the net.
Pass across center, springs Alavi, 1-on-2. Alavi shoots up and over the bar. This is Gricko. Now with it is Freeling. He's tied up and taken down, legally so, by a falling Michael Schrader. To the point, it's kept in by Gricko. Pushed to the blue line and out to center by Jet Bell. A partial break. Here comes Elliott, but he takes it behind the net. It's thrown in front, but a save made by Breen. Starting up with it is Alavi. Over the crest of center ice. He gains the red line and into the Lindenwood end. 10 seconds to go in the power play for Penn State. Alavi holding. Cuts back to the slot. He shoots. Save made by Martin. 2 seconds and 1. Puck played out to center. And a delayed entrance there by Schnell. Otherwise, he would have had a breakaway. Meanwhile, the puck is sent back in by John First.
I think he did that intentionally because he wanted to sneak up from behind to steal.
Could be. Here's Bell circling with the puck for the Lions. Cleared out to center. Glove down by John Thompson. Thompson loses the handle on the puck and has to regroup one more time. 3:17 gone in the second period, and it's a 3-0 lead for the Lindenwood Lions over the Penn State Ice Lions. Pass goes too far for Josh Lavin, who had it off the carom, but unable to connect on the shot. Long clearing attempt will just go all the way down, and this will be an icing. Looked like Brendan Horgus was just getting that the heck out of Dodge so he could get his team some rest.
Over on the other rink here, Aurora is up 1-0 on Liberty after 1 period of play.
So it'll be a face-off back to the left of Jack Breen. Go ahead, Brett.
Now, a lot of people packing in around the boards in that game, watching it.
And we have some of them spilling over here too. It looks like one of the fine Greater Columbus area youth hockey organizations is having an end-of-year party here at the Ice House today, or the Chillard North, and they have joined us here. They're spreading out over a couple different rinks, and it's great to see the young kids taking in some great hockey. And we thank you for watching at home as well on the ACHA Hockey Network. We're happy that we could bring you this production of the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament. Puck quickly forced back into the Penn State end. Thompson has to regroup for the Ice Lions. 15:35 to go in the second period. Penn State trails Lindenwood 3-0. This one pitchfork back in behind the net, and again Thompson will have to regroup. Change made for Lindenwood. Puck skied out to center. A diving block glove down there. That by Hunter Schifrin. And we're going to have a whistle.
Delayed offside.
It's a delayed offsides. As a breakout for Lindenwood, sees Elliott dump that one back into the Penn State end. Breen out to play the puck. First one there to get it is Worcester. Worcester dances to, that was Alavi, dances to the check of Dylan Miller. Puck sent back into the Lindenwood end. First one there to get it is Vitti. Vitti goes off the boards looking for Miller on a breakout pass. Miller reverses back, and it's stolen away by Penn State in front. O'Donnell, blocker save made by Martin.
Wow, what a save by Martin.
Bouncing puck hops over the stick of Beck, and here comes Miller 2-on-2. Got a man coming with him. He finds him. That shot goes up, fought off by Breen. Penalty coming up as an open net.
Penalty on Lindenwood.
A nice kick save made there by Adam Beck.
It's going to be an interference penalty to number 8, Ben Krause, for Lindenwood.
Ty Ennis had a great shot opportunity, and it got deflected and fought off by Jack Breen. And then Lindenwood bowling over the freshman from Buffalo. Krause goes to the box. Penn State back to the power play with 14:50 to go in the second period.
Tell you what, Coach Gardner during the interview said how good Josh Martin's been playing, and you see he has been. That save on Penn State a couple minutes ago with the blocker was a beauty.
Penn State 0 for 2 on the man advantage today. This is their third opportunity.
Penn State has got to score here to get back into this game, and they're just not in sync. It looks like they're not in sync at all.
A Quadro unable to handle the clearing attempt, and this is now is Beck. Stolen away from him off the glass and all the way down. 1:35 to go in the power play for Penn State. 14:26 remaining in the second period. Lindenwood leads 3-0. Quickly over the center ice crest. Here comes Monkman. Shot fought off by Martin. Goes into the corner. Wrapped around the boards by Horgus. A take there by Schrader. Stolen away by O'Donnell. Joseph O'Donnell cuts to the slot. Shot save made by Martin on the near side short attempt shot. To the point it goes. It's kept in by Beck, and it hops over his stick on a second effort. Schnell ties up with Beck in front of the Lindenwood bench, and Beck escapes with it. The Penn State captain feeds Joseph O'Donnell, who comes in 3-on-2. Drop pass for Alavi in front. Unable to find it. That was Horgus as it's cleared out to center. 46 seconds to go with a man advantage for Penn State. 13:33 to go in the second period. Circling within a shorthanded shot coming by Schnell, and a save made and a whistle covered up by Breen.
What a play that was by Schnell. He was able to get down and beat the Penn State defender, number 16, Andrew Beck, to the puck, take it back in front of the net, and get a shot on goal.
You know, I'm with you, Brett. I haven't seen much urgency from this Penn State team, and you almost wonder, do they realize that if they lose this game, they're done?
I'm seeing a little more, but not enough to, not championship level more. I think that's what we need to see out of them. Let's see the desperation.
Puck sent back into the Penn State end. 20 to go in the power play. 13:08 remaining in the second period. Lindenwood leads Penn State 3-0. 3 first period goals by the Lions by Sean Vitti, Alex Klaesner, and Kyle Van Wyck. Interception. Here comes Bell. They'll just play it into the Penn State end. 2 seconds and 1. Penn State 0 for 3 with the man advantage on the afternoon as this one's wrapped in behind the net. Vitti plays it for Lindenwood. He reverses it back for Schiffman. Hunter Schiffman on the near side boards. A clearing attempt goes off the stick of Nico Gricko and played forward by Bell. Bell tries to fire a shot, taken down. Penalty's going to be coming to Gricko. Lindenwood will go back to the man advantage. As now the touch is made by Elastic, he sends it all the way down, and visible frustration from Robert Freeling as a blatant tripping call is assessed to Nico Gricko. Lindenwood, sorry.
I'm sorry, I was going to say that the call was made as a trip, and Gricko is saying I pushed the guy from the side as he's going into the box. Penn State is digging themselves a grave here.
And to me, the guy's frustrated. The whistle was blown when he was going to get sprung on a breakaway, which we knew wasn't going to happen. It almost seems like there's not even an alertness to the game.
No.
Lindenwood 0 for 1 with the man advantage today as this one's dumped off and played across for Gassett. Gassett on the near side boards goes to the point for Schrader. Shot goes wide, that off the stick of Preck. A keep in by Schrader. Big collision on the near side boards. Coming away with it is Schrader. Sending down low, but it's played out to center, out of the reach of Gassett.
And yes, you guys have said it's been more physical by Penn State. That's the first part of the game that he's picked up, but that's it so far.
Ice Lions send this one back into the Lindenwood end with 40 seconds gone by in the power play and 11:35 remaining in the second period. Lindenwood holding on to that 3-0 lead. Gassett walks the line, looking for a friendly jersey to pass to. Cautiously takes it into the corner and leaves it off there for Freiberger. Behind the net, Schrader gives a pass back off to Anderholm. Schrader with it now, going across. A shot blocked out of the air by Michael Ludwig. Played up but not out. A nice keep. That by Ennis. Backdoor play, shot save made by Breen. And the pass back to the point goes all the way out to center. 40 seconds to go in the Lindenwood power play. 11:05 remaining in the second period. Lions leading the Ice Lions 3-0. Ludwig on the near side boards, fakes a clearing attempt, takes it himself, and just throws it all the way down. Quickly out to play the puck is Josh Martin. Springs a breakout pass for the captain, Jet Bell. Bell casually across the crest of center ice, plays it out wide for Klaesner. Klaesner sends this one back around. First one there is Andrew Beck. The Penn State captain sends this one all the way down. And Ambrose Quadro is going to give this one some chase, but Martin plays it up ahead for Jet Bell. Play it out to center with a head of steam. Here comes Klaesner one-on-one. Klaesner tries to fake the shot, loses the handle on the puck as Penn State is now back to 5-on-5. Klaesner with it now. Backhander, it goes up and out of play with 10:20 to go in the second. Lindenwood leading 3-0.
Well, if Klaesner could have kept that one on net, that would have went in because he had the angle.
Everybody hears that, you think it's another whistle. It's part of the song.
Yeah.
So it'll be a face-off to the left of the freshman from Buffalo, Jack Breen. And it's won by the Ice Lions. Puck skied out to center, and it'll bounce down onto the stick of Sean Vitti. Vitti with O'Donnell all over him. Plays around, it's intercepted by Alavi. He ties up with Schiffman. Out to center, almost gloving it down, finally doing so with Brendan Horgus. Vitti plays it out wide. Here comes Mitchell. He tries to spring Schnell, but it rolls on goal, and we'll get a whistle with 9:55 to go in the second period. We'll step aside to give our sponsors some love. It's the 2018 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by Barron's Championship Rings, the official ring vendor for all ACHA National Champions and Hall of Famers. Boston's Pizza Restaurant and Sports Bar. Gourmet pizza, burgers, wings, and more. We've got you covered. And by Marathon, fueling the American spirit. The 2018 ACHA National
And welcome back to the Ohio Health Chiller North in Lewis Center, Ohio. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson, Brett Luthner taking you through this Pool B game between the number 3 ranked Lindenwood Lions of the Central Region and the number 1 ranked Penn State University Ice Lions of the Southeast Region. It's a 3-0 lead for Lindenwood as we play midway through the second period. And boys, it's just been a one-sided affair in favor of the Lions.
Yeah, it has. It's unbelievable how Penn State has just come here as the number 1 team in the nation in 2 games, hasn't really been able to do anything.
It's at some point, it's almost like we still feel like, when is it going to happen? Are they going to have that push? And right now, Lindenwood's had their way. For the most part, with Penn State.
Yeah, the way Lindenwood's playing, the way the goalie Josh Martin is playing, it doesn't look like they're gonna have that push.
Far side corner, it's played around by Ty Ennis. Referee took a tumble as Beck will play this one out to center. He was looking to spring first, but it goes all the way down. No icing as Vitti has to retrieve it. First has it now on the far side boards. Tries to leave it off for O'Donnell, who takes it now. Here's First in the slot. Can't pull the trigger on anything. O'Donnell with it now, but it's blocked down and thrown into the corner. Vitti for Lindenwood wraps it around. It'll be taken by Dylan Miller. Miller reverses back for Vitti. Almost stealing it was Alan Olavi, but Vitti will take over for Lindenwood. Out to an interception there by O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking in front for Olavi, but it's pounced on by Martin, and he's got to be careful. There's players crashing all over him. But a whistle is blown with 9:35 to go in the second period, and Lindenwood still leading Penn State 3-0.
You know, you see Penn State, they get these opportunities in front, but Martin is either up to the test, putting the save into the corner behind the boards, or covering up. He's playing really well tonight for Lindenwood.
Josh Martin, the best goalie that Gary Gardner has, 13-2 on the season with a 1.88 goals against and a .935 save percentage, tops in both categories. And Martin adjusting his pads will get ready for this face-off, which will be to his left. And that face-off is won by Lindenwood. On the far side corner. A tie-up, and coming away with it for a moment was Penn State, and a nice save made there by Martin. Shot from the point was taken by Jordan Hayworth. In the near side corner, they do battle to a side. Coming away with it was Horgus as it's wrapped back around. And a Quadro ties up with a pair of Lions there. This one dumped out and all the way down, and this will be an icing as we get the whistle with 8:32 to go in the second period. And again, finals from earlier today, UMass defeating Utah State by a 4-2 count. So Utah State is eliminated. UMass will be playing for a shot at the semis tomorrow afternoon against the Lindenwood Lions. And this game could have some implications on that game tomorrow morning. That puck is wrapped around and out of play by Jack Anderholm. So Pool B, UMass 2-0, Utah State 0-2, Penn State 0-1, Lindenwood 1-0. The latter 2 teams doing battle here. We had one other game take place earlier today in Pool D as a wild game between Northeastern. That shot goes wide. Between Northeastern and Denver went the way of the Huskies. A 10-6 victory for Northeastern University. They go to 2-0 in pool play. Denver drops to 0-2 and is officially eliminated from contention. Northeastern will be playing for a shot at the semis tomorrow against Aurora University. That puck sent all the way down and rolls on goal. Brino cover up. Aurora, by the way, leading 1-0 in the second period over Liberty at last count. 8:37 to go in the second period. Here and now, Lindenwood leads 3-0. That'll be a face-off in the Penn State end to the right of Jack Breen. Off the tie-up, it goes behind the net. Spinning away from it is Bell. Dropped it off there for Freiberger. Taken down, penalty coming up, and Freiberger is down and he's not moving, and Bell quickly comes over to make sure that his teammate's okay. Penn State's going to be on a penalty. Both referees have their arm up. I'm assuming it's for the same thing.
Yeah, I think Joseph O'Donnell's going to be going for Penn State here.
Freiberger has not moved behind the net. It's actually Robert Freeling who's getting the penalty for Penn State. And of course, we want to make sure that Freiberger's okay.
It was 14, not 17. My bad.
That's okay. And so at the 12:05 mark of the second period, as the clapping here is Lucas Freiberger getting back to his feet. Penn State will be down a man.
Oh, this is going to be a major penalty.
And it looks like Freeling is actually getting ejected from the game. So Robert Freeling has been ejected from the game with 7:55 to go in the second period.
Penn State penalty was called number 14, Robert Freeling. A 5-minute major for boarding and a game misconduct.
A 5-minute major and a game misconduct for boarding.
A 5-minute major for boarding and a game
for Robert Freeling. So now Penn State is not only losing, but is down a man and is down their leading point man. Their leading, leader in penalty minutes, I should say, with 42 on the season. So it's a 5-minute power play for Lindenwood, and they can score as many times as they want and really, really break this game open.
I just get the sense one goal will ice this game. I think the way this game has been being played out, guys, I think if Lindenwood scores once on this power play, it's over.
To the point it goes for Gassett. He goes down low for Klaesner. That's Ennis. Goes to the point of keeping by Schrader. Down low, it's Ennis. He looks for a backdoor play to Gassett, who tries to kick it to himself. It's played up, and a nice keep by Gassett. Almost intercepted there by Granatier. Back pass for Gassett, a nice keep there as well. Cross-ice pass played now to the point for Schrader. Down low it goes for Ennis. To the point, it's Schrader. Goes across for Gassett. Gassett walks the blue line. Watched the whole way by Granatier. He goes down low for Ennis. In the slot, save made by Braden. Bounce over, he's patted in! It's a power play goal for Lindenwood! 4-0 Lions, and there's still 4:08 to go in the power play, and 7:04 to go in the second period.
That's just one of those plays where you've got to stop the puck. Yeah, it's a shot on net. Problem is the goal, you got to make that save.
I'm curious to see who's going to get credit for that goal, as it was thrown from the point by Schrader. Looked like Breen made the save, but it popped up over his pad and went in behind him, and Lindenwood a commanding 4-0 lead in the second period of this game.
And they still have 3 minutes and 55 seconds of power play time here.
And they walk in looking for more and score! On the back door, it's Nick Elliott! And Lindenwood has a commanding 5-0 lead.
This one's going to be talked about because there was it went off a skate. I don't know if this was a kick or not.
Well, as of right now, Lindenwood's up 5-0 with 3:50 to go in the power play. There's a review going on, and we could have our first disallowed goal in this rink today, boys.
No, they're counting it.
All right, so it's another power play goal for Lindenwood. They now lead 5-0 with 6:35 to go in the second period.
So now 2 for 2 on this power play, because after you score a goal, the next power play statistically starts.
And for Nick Elliott, that's a big goal, as this one has really put the kibosh on pretty much anything going on for Penn State. Puck thrown in behind the net. Here's Elliott now. He goes to point. A nice keep by Bell. The fourth goal is going to go to Dylan Miller as a backdoor play. Goes across, and that one's blocked out of the air. Diving keep in by Jordan Hayworth, and now starting up with it, here comes First. First with O'Donnell. He throws it towards goal, but it's blocked out of the air.
On the power play at 12:56.
So Miller got the fourth goal. Elliott the fifth, as that one catches the high glass and rattles around.
Meantime,
Meanwhile, we're adjusting the score bug, and yes, that is actually correct if you're watching at home. It's 5-0 Lindenwood. 2:52 to go in the power play as Jet Bell walks the line. Shot is intercepted by John Thompson, and he'll play it out to center. Down the left wing, here comes O'Donnell. O'Donnell, a nice move to himself. Backhand forehand save made by Martin. There was a goal scored behind us. We'll bring you that update in a couple minutes as well. A nice move by Hennis. Heinz is out of the way of a check. Left it off for Gassett. Gassett, a shot goes wide. 2:28 to go in the major power play for Lindenwood. 5:20 to go in the second. Gassett drops it off for Schrader. A shot from the point never makes it on goal as it's blocked down by Beck. Another shot, another block by Beck, and this one took him down hard. Gassett spins away and throws it into the corner for Ennis. Andrew Beck in some discomfort for the Ice Lions. Behind the net, it's stolen away briefly by Ludwig, and it bounces onto the stick of Gassett. Up the wall it goes for Schrader. Across the ice. Gassett at the point. Throws it down low for Ennis. Ennis walks it to the slot and goes to the point for Schrader, who has to keep it in on a reach. He goes across. It's wrapped around the boards by Freiberger. Out to the point, Schrader walks down the near side boards, goes to the point instead for Lavin. Lavin goes across, a shot save made by Breen. That taken by Vitti. Vitti has it again to the point for Schrader. Back for Vitti, a shot goes wide. Near side corner with it now is Lavin. Goes to the point for Schrader. Schrader fakes a shot, holds it, and goes back across. Lavin can't pull the trigger. He goes down low for Ennis. Ennis tries to throw it in front. Fought off by Breen. It goes back to the point for Schrader. 1:17 to go in the major power play for Lindenwood, and 4:08 remaining in the second. It's a 5-0 lead for the Lions as this back pass goes all the way down. Lindenwood in complete and utter control of this game. Clearing attempt knocked out of the air down the wing. Here comes Schnell. Schnell tries to throw it in front of it, the skates of Jack Anderholm, and played out to center out of the reach of Sean Vitti. 50 seconds to go in the power play for Lindenwood. 3:43 to go in the second period. 2 goals on a 5-minute major from Robert Freeling now have Lindenwood ahead by a 5-0 count. A nice hip check there by Michael Lasek as it's wrapped around the boards but kept in by Van Wyck. Across it goes for Vitti. Vitti backhands one along the near side boards. Here's Van Wyck. He ties up with Lasek but keeps it in front. A keep at the line by Schiffman, a shot save made, and a whistle by Breen. 18 seconds to go in the power play for Lindenwood. 3:13 remaining in the second period. Lindenwood leads 5-0.
Again, this 5-minute power play here working for Lindenwood. Not only them scoring goals, but taking time off this clock.
2 conversions on the major power play. Lindenwood now 2 for 3 with the man advantage, as our quote-unquote referee-in-chief, Brett Luther, has explained to us. Behind the net, Bell will start up. One last rush for Lindenwood on the major will not come to fruition as it's stolen away by Horgus. Brendan Horgus has the puck knocked away from him by Bell and sent back into the Lindenwood end.
So they're officially 2 for 3 on that power play.
And 2 for 4 on the day as this one's pushed forward, but it goes behind the net. Poked away by Thompson, who has it now for Penn State, and he'll send it all the way down. If it's got enough legs, it'll be an icing, and it just barely crosses the goal line as Michael Schrader had to chase that one down. 2:38 to go in the second period. The Lindenwood Lions leading the Penn State Ice Lions 5-0. And everything going the way of Lindenwood.
And they're a better team right now.
Yeah, they are.
What I've seen here, they're the better team.
They've been the better team since the drop of the puck.
Yep, agreed.
We'll talk more about this in length later on as this one is stolen away by Stefan Horgus. He comes down the left wing, 2-on-3. Tries to drop the pass off, goes to a Quadros, blocked out of there by Vitti. Another big save by Josh Martin.
And when Josh Martin makes saves like that, then it's like, oh, that's not happening.
Then you can see the reason why Penn State's not coming back into this game.
Nope.
Vitti for Lindenwood, plays it up ahead. He tries to spring Klaesner and does. Klaesner takes a check, keeps possession of the puck, drops it off. It's poked down the left wing side. Klaesner cuts back to the slot. He shoots wide. In the corner, Klaesner ties up with Worcester. Worcester plays it out to center. Circling back with it is Freiberger. Good to see him up and moving again after that big check that he took. Klaesner tries to kick it forward to himself, unable to do so. As in the Zamboni corner, it's played up and not out. Finally, on a second effort, Penn State able to clear it to center in the person of Stefan Horgus. Up ahead for Klaesner over the red line. He'll get it into the Penn State end with 1 minute and 36 seconds to go in the second period. A nice move there by Ennis. On the near side boards, he throws it up to Lassick. Lassick goes down low for Ennis and hops over his stick, but he keeps possession. Tries to get through Brendan Horgus, unable to do so. Has to recover and drop it back off. Interception there by Jake Worcester. And Worcester plays that one into the netting and out of play with 1 minute 10 remaining in the second period.
As JP's going to head down.
JP will go ice level and try to get an interview with head coach Corey Myers. We'll keep you posted on that one.
I would not blame him if he didn't want to.
Agreed. Face off to the right of Breen is won by Lindenwood. Keeping at the line by Schrader. Sent down low. Thompson has to play it, but the clearing attempt hits Miller and is now played out to center. Kicked onto the stick of Ian Preck and pushed forward by Dylan Miller. Miller ties up with Thompson in the slide as the puck is controlled by Hayworth. Here's Thompson now for Penn State. Reverses it back for Hayworth. Up ahead for Horgus. Horgus plays it out wide for Thompson. Thompson over the blue line, over the red line. Dances through a pair of Lions. Fires a shot save made by Martin, and he'll hold on. 39 seconds remaining in the second period, and the Lindenwood Lions with a commanding 5-0 lead over the national #1 Penn State University.
This has been a comprehensive domination by Lindenwood right now. They're winning every battle to the puck. They're winning every step off the puck. It's just, they're getting the timely goaltending. They're taking advantage of opportunities. It's just been all Lindenwood here.
It looks like a 1-3 matchup. The only difference is it's the 3 seed that's in control. Down the right wing, here comes Schiffman. He dropped it off and gets the pass back. Backhand forehand. He scores! What a goal, Hunter Schiffman! And it's 6-0 Lindenwood. Just on the other side of the second intermission.
That's just, I was roofed. Just sniped it up high, but Lindenwood's getting free access. They're getting access to the zone and just, it's roofs.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we see a goaltending change for the third period and we see William Holtforster. Behind the net, it's Beck. Drops it off for Ludwig to start up. Played out to center. Here comes O'Donnell down the right wing. O'Donnell takes it into the far side corner. Tries to throw it in front. That shot goes behind the net. There's the buzzer to end the second period. 40 minutes in the books. And the Lindenwood Lions have a touchdown lead on the Penn State Ice Lions.
Sans extra point, but...
For Lindenwood, they had 12 shots in the second period for a two-period total of 30. For Penn State, they had 7 shots for a two-period.
12-7 the shots on goal in the second period. 2-period totals for Lindenwood 30, for Penn State 18.
And we will have an interview gracious enough.
Number 19.
Absolutely, and we're going to send it down ice level to John Peterson with Penn State head coach Corey Myers. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down here with Coach Myers. Coach, tough one here for you this afternoon, down 6-0 after 2. Tell us what's going on with you guys here.
I think it's one of our worst games, safe to say. Lindenwood brought it, we didn't. They played desperate, we're not. It's definitely our worst game we ever played.
Anything you could say about trying to solve Josh Martin here in this one?
He's a great player, and we try to keep an eye on him, but he's taking over this game quick, so he's a good player. That's about it.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time. Good luck in the third, okay?
Thanks.
Andrew, back up to you.
Thank you, JP, and thank you, Coach Meyer. It's never easy to have an interview request after a game like this, but we thank Coach Meyer for being gracious enough to give us an interview. So we'll step aside here for the second intermission. After 40 minutes of play, it's the Lindenwood Lions 6 and the Penn State Ice Lions 0. This is the 2018 ACHA Division II National Championship tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. And welcome back to Lewis Center, Ohio, the Ohio Health Chiller North. The 2018 ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. 6-0 lead, Lindenwood over Penn State after 40 minutes of play. And boys, as we predicted, William Holtforster is in goal for the Lions. For the Ice Lions, I should say. Holtforster 13-2 on the season, a 2.19 goals against, had a .920 save percentage, suffering a 4-1 loss yesterday to UMass. That puck goes out of play just 29 seconds into the third period. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson, Brett Luther on the camera, adding additional commentary. It's a three-man crew here today, and we're so happy you could join us for this game. It's not a pretty game if you're a Penn State fan, but if you're a Lindenwood fan, you've got to be rejoicing.
Yeah, the people to our right that are back in the stands are happy, and the people that are to our left are not really here anymore. So,
State College mourns while Chesterfield rejoices. Still 20 minutes to play, and here comes Jonathan O'Donnell. A nice move as the puck goes behind the net. O'Donnell tries to throw it in front for force, goes out to the point and played out to center.
Now keep in mind, the one storyline in this one is how many goals Lindenwood allows in the third. It'll depend on their tiebreaker.
We'll get into more detail with that probably during the media timeout, as we have some fun stats to break down as this one's whistled down.
Penalty?
And there's going to be a penalty coming up, a roughing call, and a 10-minute misconduct being given to Joseph O'Donnell.
And the meltdown continues. Really.
So 57 seconds into the third period, Joseph O'Donnell's going to get a 2-minute minor for roughing, and a 10-minute misconduct.
2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct.
And like you said, Brett, the meltdown for the national number one continues.
I think the realization is there that they are not advancing.
no.
They came in as a national number one. They've been a national number one pretty much all season.
Out in front, shot, score! Another one for Lindenwood. I think that was Luke Gassett on the back door. The extra point is good, and Lindenwood now leads 7-0. And I stand corrected, it wasn't Gassett. I believe that's actually going to be Josh Lavin.
Tell you what, that was a pretty quick goal there.
Power play goal for Lindenwood. They're 4 for 5 on the day now. 1:25 into the third period. It's 7-0. And the onslaught continues. Oh, and by the way, boys, 7 different goal scorers for Lindenwood, so they're getting offense from everybody.
There's a goal on the other rink now, too.
Last count, it was 3-0 Aurora late in the second period. Liberty going on a 5-minute major power play, though, as an Aurora player was given a 5-minute major and a game misconduct. I believe that was Christopher Laporte.
Josh Lavin. Assistant number 20, Alex Glazer. Number 19, Nick Elliott.
So Klaesner and Elliott get the assists on Lavin's goal that has Lindenwood with an exclamation point, 7-0. All the way down, this is an icing with 18:01 to go in the third, and frustrations boiling over for this Penn State club. Faceoff will be back to the right.
Wow.
Of Josh Martin, and Aurora has a commanding 4-0 lead on their end after 40 minutes of play. So Pool D looks like it's going to come down to a winner-take-all matchup between the Aurora Spartans and the Northeastern Huskies. That game will be tomorrow afternoon. That puck thrown on goal, gloved out of the air by Holtforster.
It looks like Liberty will be eliminated as well.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, Josh Martin of Lindenwood faced 18 shots. He stopped 18 shots. So he's looking pretty good himself, and some of those have been fairly high quality.
Yeah, he is. His coach was raving about his performance, and then the Penn State coach saying how great of a player he was, shutting his team down. So
Gassett drops the pass off, a shot by Holtforster, saved by Holtforster, that taken by Christopher Loheim.
You can see just the sag in this game.
Yeah.
A complete sag in this game. Lindenwood's still looking a little parked. The ears pinned back, so to speak. But you could see the sag. And it's unfortunate because Penn State is a great team this year. They had a great season. But unfortunately for them, they've picked the worst time to have their 2 worst games of the year.
And last night against the UMass, and it was all UMass from all reports we had, as that one's thrown in front and backed into the corner. Our reports said that it was just all UMass, and there was just nothing that Penn State did wrong. It was just UMass did everything right. And now today, as you heard Coach Myers say, it's just this is the worst game they've ever played. And with them already losing 1 game, a second loss eliminates them from pool contention. Down the wing, here comes Schrader. Schrader, a shot tipped and up and into the netting, out of play. 3:16 gone by in the third period. Lindenwood 7-0 over Penn State, and we'll fix the score bug right now.
We're not used to it yesterday, so we got to get on top of that.
And with all the excitement going on today, it's just something that we're still kind of, I don't want to say in disbelief about, but we're in shock.
That's all right. I'll be manning that for the last 2 games anyway. So.
All right, cool. I'll be taking your job for the third game, or the final game of the night, excuse me, as this one goes up and into the.
If I'm not mistaken, that means this sets up who's got the call of the. You guys have the call for the winner-take-all game tomorrow.
Thinks that be the case.
We have Northeastern Aurora.
Yep, that'll be a winner-take-all game.
Brett and Andrew on that one.
So Brett and I will have a winner-take-all game. You and I will have the 3-4 matchup between Denver and Liberty, which is kind of a throwaway game. But then 8 o'clock at night, Adrian, Northern Colorado. No. Because these 2 teams will be playing on the other rink tomorrow, which means that UMass Lindenwood played at 11:30 in the morning. It'll be Sean Bretherick and Steve Coleman on the call. And of course, you can catch all those games here on the ACHA Hockey Network, as produced by the University of Utah, and we certainly thank them for their help. Meanwhile, this puck is sent back into the Penn State end. Circling up with it is Brendan Horgus. Gains the red line and gets it into the Lindenwood end. Throws it. It went wide, but a nice catch made by Martin, and he'll glove it down for the whistle. With 15:50 to go in the third period, that sees Lindenwood up 7-0.
Yeah, Martin with the little backhand, looking like he's playing
almost like he was
shortstop.
I don't know. It almost looked like he was a catcher trying to catch a curveball. He looked like he was down on his knees, sliding across to try to catch a 12-6
Kershaw.
A 12-6 Kershaw curveball. Yeah. Spring training underway, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Down the left wing, here's a shot by a Quadro, saved by Martin. Loose in front, they score! Penn State gets on the board!
Penn State able to keep the puck in at the point, get a shot toward the net, couple of bounces, and there you go.
John Thompson breaks the shutout for Josh Martin.
And now we have to mention it, because now that goal, in terms of tiebreaker for tomorrow, Lindenwood now has no wiggle room. One more goal, and suddenly UMass has the tiebreaker advantage.
Now, these tiebreakers all come into play because this is going to set up a winner-take-all match for tomorrow between Lindenwood and UMass. Now, the tiebreakers that we mentioned, and we will get into greater detail during the media timeout, but the tiebreakers we mentioned are only in the event of a tie.
Yeah.
Because then it would be points, wins, head-to-head, which would all become even. And then the first tiebreaker then becomes goals against. To this point, UMass has allowed 3. Lindenwood has allowed...
They're both even now.
They're both even now at 3 goals allowed apiece. The goal differential would then be the tiebreaker.
Right now, Lindenwood has that.
Has that by a long shot.
But one more goal, and UMass takes over the goals against tiebreaker. And that sets up all different sorts of stuff for tomorrow.
Shot by O'Donnell, saved by Martin. O'Donnell pinned in the corner by Preck. Up to the point and not out. A keep in. That by Ludwig. Played forward for Beck. He circles it back for Penn State. A drop pass looking for Granatier, but intercepted by Klaesner. Klaesner over the crest of center ice, takes it down the right wing. He drops, looks for a man. Sends it back into the corner where he finds Nick Schnell. Schnell goes off the back of the net. It's taken there by Freiberger. Lucas Freiberger at the blue line tries to throw it back in. It hits the skate of Damon De Laurentiis, and that's thrown on goal and held onto by Holtforster off the stick of Ian Preck. 14:34 to go.
14:04.
14:04, to go in the third period, and Lindenwood now up 7-1.
Well, you're really having trouble seeing through that net, aren't you?
You should see the other rink.
It's tough. The other rink is not much better.
No,
JP.
the other rinks work.
Oh, yeah.
Worse.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because we have this netting here, this protective netting, which of course protects the fans, but it does obscure our vision for the clock, and the clock is not the most well lit.
No, it's not that. It's just the time.
The time, yeah.
Is not the most well lit, and that's part of the problem because obviously you use that part of the scoreboard so often.
That shot save made by Holtforster.
But that's what's going on. Is just that because it's used so often, the bulbs are a little worn. It's time for a little bit of a, as Rasty said in the other rink, a little bit of a Christmas shopping upgrade with the lights.
First year, that one on goal and a whistle by Martin with 13:37. I'm just guessing at this point. I see a
13:43.
All right, cool. Not even close.
No, you're off by 6 seconds.
I'll take it.
Not sure you want to be off by 6 though.
You got your contacts in?
I do. But of course.
Your prescription, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be needed soon.
I'll copy and paste previous conversation. Off the face-off, it's played ahead and out to center ice. Interception there. Here comes Vidi, throws it on goal and has to be covered up by Holtforster. Plays it off for Thompson. Out of the way, Forced. Cross ice pass finds Gricko. Into the Zamboni corner, Vidi. Escapes the check of Gricko, but there's Forced. To the point. A keep in by Horgus. That one goes off the boards. Martin lost his stick. He can't get it as it's behind the net now with the play. Played out to center. Here comes Ennis. Ennis makes the move as Martin has his stick back, and Ennis just pitchforks that one into the corner.
By the way, if you're wondering about the tiebreaker over on the other rink, thanks to today's game, Northeastern's losing that by a mile. And I'm not anticipating Aurora allowing 5 goals in the third period.
Well, then again...
Just saying.
Then again, we know that these teams have a penchant of scoring in bunches of quadros. Fans on a shot. That one blocked on the way in by Wind. Up the boards, a keep in by Thompson, and now here come the Lions, 3-on-2. Down the left wing, this is Van Wyck. Van Wyck plays it on goal, it deflects just wide off the stick of Ryan Mitchell. Didn't miss by much though, and here comes Penn State on the counter. Horgus lifts this one into the Lindenwood end. Quickly around to the Zamboni corner for a tie up to his side. Out to the point, a keep by Hayworth. Hayworth just lifts that one back as it's wrapped around for First. First knocks the puck back. It goes off the back of the net and played out to the side, out of harm's way. Here comes Lindenwood in the person of Mitchell. 3-on-2 for the Lions. And with this is Freiberger. Shot saved by Holtforster, and he'll get a whistle. I'm going to say 11:54 on this one. I think I'm right.
You are.
There we go. 11:54 to go in the third, and it's still a 7-1 lead for Penn State.
And you have to
for
say
Lindenwood,
this.
excuse me.
If you look at the way this game's gone, every time Lindenwood goes to make a pass or push a puck forward, it's always going to a player that's on the same team. They're not making the mistakes. Penn State, they're missing passes and losing pucks and turning over pucks. It's unreal.
Lindenwood skies that one in. It has to be gloved down by Holtforster. Beck loses the handle on the puck. As with it is Gassett. Stolen away from him. And Batts will play it out to center. Glove down by Schiffman. Turns it back for Vidi. Vidi up ahead. He finds Schnell. Schnell plays it up ahead looking for Klaesner, but it's stolen away by Beck. Out to center. Here comes De Laurentiis. Has it stolen away from him. Poked ahead by Batts and into the Lindenwood zone for an offsides play. And now come the Lions. Puck bounces out to center and down the wing. Here comes Worcester. Worcester in the far side corner. He drops it off. He was looking for De Laurentiis, but it goes past him and Klaesner starts up. Alex Klaesner, 1-on-3, backhands it down the far side wing. Wraps it around the net looking for a friendly jersey. Finds it in Schrader. That one thrown towards goal, but it deflects just wide. Schnell with it. He shoots a blocker save made by Holtforster. Turning with it is Ludwig. Spins away from the check of Klaesner. Spins it back again for Adam Beck to take over. Andrew Beck, excuse me. Beck lifts this one out to center and back into the Lindenwood end. 10:34 to go in the third. 7-1 lead for Lindenwood.
It was just a elbow thrown, a forearm.
People's elbow?
Yeah. Look like a forearm thrown by Mark Renatier from Penn State.
There's a lot of frustration going on in those white jerseys right now. Really is. And just because, you know what? They had so much expectation, and I don't think this game is representative of what they are as a team.
No.
You guys saw them earlier in the season, but they, again, I said it before, they've chosen the wrong time to have your worst 2 games of the season.
You can't have one bad game at the national tournament, let alone 2. And like you said, Brett, just bad timing for Penn State. A nice keep there by Sean Vitti as he's taken down by Granatier, but keeps the puck in the process. Klaesner spins off a check and drops
There's
it
going
off.
to be a penalty
coming up. This
up.
one's going to go to Lindenwood.
No, it should be Penn State.
It is, and there's the touch by Granatier.
It's going to be a hooking call, I believe.
It is going to be a hooking call with 9:58 to go in the third period. We'll step aside to give our sponsors some love, and when we come back, Lindenwood's on the power play. You're watching the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network.
The 2018 ACHA National Championships are brought to you by the Columbus Blue Jackets. For tickets and more, visit bluejackets.com. R-Bar, the official ACHA 2018 Nationals post-game hangout and best hockey bar in Columbus. And by the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. Columbus has no off-season. The 2018 ACHA National...
Penalty on Lassiter. 2 minutes for hooking at 10:02.
And welcome back to the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournament here on the ACHA Hockey Network. Andrew Shapiro, John Peterson, Brett Luthner manning the camera and providing commentary. And we're going to have a goaltending change for Lindenwood to give Martin some rest. And it looks like Owen Lutkemeyer is going to come in and take over for the Lions. Lutkemeyer 6-1 on the year with a 2.20 goals against and an .897 save percentage. So Josh Martin's day is done. He has performed up to and surpassing expectations as the Lindenwood Lions lead the Penn State Ice Lions by a score of 7-1. By the way, before we went to break, the penalty that went to Penn State was Michael Lassick, 2 minutes for hooking at the 10:02 mark. As this one goes behind the net to be taken by Gassett. Lindenwood, 2 for 5.
2?
2 for 4, excuse me. 2 for 4 on the man advantage today.
I thought it was 3 for 5 or something like that. How many power play goals they got?
3. My apologies. It is 3 for 5. I missed one. That one hops over the stick of Alava. And Lutkemeyer has to play it out to center. Circling back with it is Gassett. 1:10 to go on the Lindenwood power play. 9:35 to go in the third period. Lindenwood leads Penn State 7-1. And as Brett mentioned, they have to be very careful. And then we're going to get a whistle and a penalty behind the play. It looks like this one's going to go into Lindenwood.
Interference.
Lindenwood's got to be careful here because if they do allow another goal, all of a sudden UMass is in the driver's seat and Lindenwood has to win tomorrow.
And yeah, because that's what we say is a tie right now in the game tomorrow, and Lindenwood would have the tiebreaker due to goals allowed. Just like on ring 2, if that result holds up, Aurora, I mean, they got a +5 in terms of goals allowed. They've only allowed 3 so far through 5 periods, and Northeastern's allowed what? 7? They allowed 6 today, so 8 overall.
Michael Schrader gets 2 for interference.
2 minutes for interference at 11:03.
Michael Schrader gets 2 for interference, and Lindenwood's power play is done. They go to 3 for 6 on the day. Penn State will have a power play for about a minute and 1 second. This pass brings a Quadro. A Quadro shot goes wide. Lutkemeyer might have gotten a piece of it. It's wrapped around for Schiffman. Schiffman has to play it around Ludwig. Up to center, here comes Vitti. Drops it off for Bell. Bell with Vitti. Has a man breaking with him. Bell fires! Save made by Holtforster. Carries to the point. That shot score! Jake Wine from the point. And it's 8-1 Lindenwood.
There's a short-handed goal, too.
That'd be even strength, boys.
That's
4 on 4.
Yeah.
4 on 4.
Tell you what, that was a really nice shot by Wine from the point. He got a rebound that came out. A puck was passed over to him, and Wine was able to put it in the net.
So Jake Wine roofs it And it's 8-1 Lions, as there's a little bit of an issue. It looks like the scorekeeper and the Penn State player all thought that was a power play goal. So there should be there
should be about 10 seconds left in the power play.
So this will set up a winner-take-all game tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. between the UMass Minutemen and the Lindenwood Lions. The winner of that game will move on to the national semifinals. And if it ends in a tie, as it stands right now, Lindenwood would advance. However, we know that is not necessarily going to stay, as that one thrown on goal and a save made by Lutkemeyer. It's on the back of the net, and so we'll get the whistle.
Lutkemeyer didn't know where the puck was, and his defenseman, Ian Precht, went behind him and put his stick back there just in case it was underneath him, and the puck was on the back of the net.
Yeah.
Scoreboard still says 7-1. It's 8-1 now. Penn State has the man advantage for the next 50 seconds. And that's the 8th different goal scorer for Lindenwood today. Jet Bell and Ty Ennis get the assists. And again, 8 different goal scorers for Lindenwood. Van Wyck, Wind, and Klaesner with multiple points. Wind actually leading all Lions on the day with a goal and 2 helpers. Alex Klaesner a goal and 1. Kyle Van Wyck a goal and 1. This one goes on goal and it's covered up by Holtforster.
And now the scoreboard's changed.
7:21 to go in the third. Lindenwood leading Penn State 8-1. Lindenwood on their way to a winner-take-all date tomorrow morning with the UMass Minutemen. Face-off will be to the right of William Holtforster. Puck sent around the boards, taken by Ludwig. Ludwig goes across for O'Donnell. Down the right wing, O'Donnell made a move. Offsides thought the Lions, but not to be, said the linesman. Puck steered out to center. Andrew Beck plays it up ahead. A stretch pass for Olava. Olava leaves it off for O'Donnell. In the corner, O'Donnell looking for a save made by Lutkemeyer. To the point, a shot, another save by Lutkemeyer. Power play is over for Penn State. They're now 0 for 4 on the day. Olava, backdoor play. That one, I don't know how that one didn't go in. I think O'Donnell might have just whiffed it, and Gass's clearing attempt goes into the netting and out of play.
Yeah, it looked like that puck jumped over O'Donnell's stick.
6:42 to go in the third. Lindenwood leading 8-1 as the safety dance is playing over the speaker. And it's a safe bet that Lindenwood will be moving on.
Yeah, to winner take all tomorrow.
That's exactly right. And it sucks for Penn State that this national #1, they had such a great season, as you mentioned, Brett, and they're just coming in, and we've said it all day, they picked the worst time to have a meltdown, and they will be eliminated from pool contention after only 2 games in play. In the meantime, this is played out to center to be controlled by Ian Preck, forced back into the Penn State end and taken by Michael Lassick. Lassick goes across for Horgus. Horgus around for Lassick, and Penn State will try to break out. Down the wing, it's going to be backhanded in by Monkman. Penn State trying desperately to make something happen, to at least put in a little bit of effort and have something to show for it over the last 5 minutes and change.
It's going to be an icing call here.
By the way, men's Division I going on. Illinois beat Jamestown 3-1. That's a final score there.
All these games being played at the Ice House, located right next to the Nationwide Arena.
Yeah, the Illinois, the Illini, the 5 seed over the 12 seed in Johnstown.
So that's to be expected. The Ice House will be hosting the ACHA Division II semis and finals, which will take place on Monday and Tuesday. That went off the post. And now we get a whistle. That shot was taken from the point by Hayworth. Damon De Laurentiis was on the back door. You got to stick on it to change direction. It hit the side of the net. Lukemeyer had to be careful with that.
Yeah, that was really nice deflection from the side of the net. Caught the post.
Other scores: Robert Morris, the 6th seed, defeated the 11 Iowa State 3-2 in that game. That's 2 games down. They got a couple more to go today.
This one played out to center. Thompson will play it ahead. Gricko leaves it off for De Laurentiis. On the far side boards, De Laurentiis pulls up, wraps it around, he finds Worcester. Out in front, De Laurentiis couldn't pull the trigger on a shot, and away with this comes Ennis. Ennis working on a 2-point afternoon already, looking for more. He drops it off for Miller. Dylan Miller leaves it off for Ennis. Ennis gets around Gricko, leaves it off for Miller. Miller sends it back behind the Penn State goal. Taken over by Jake Worcester. Thompson has it now for the Ice Lions. Thompson plays it up, and it's kicked on an offsides fashion by Ennis. Cross-quarter dump in by Vitti. We'll just see this clock wind down a little bit more. Thompson plays it up ahead for Adam Batts. 4:24 to go in the third. Lindenwood with a commanding 8-1 lead as here comes Bell looking for more. 3-on-2 come the Lions. Bell can't get around the poke check of Andrew Beck, and starting up with it is Adam Batts. Batts down the right wing, tries to make a move. Instead, he drops it off for Beck in front. He scores! On the back door, it's Julian Hendrickson. And it's 8-2, Lindenwood. And now, as Brett alluded to, Lindenwood, they're comfortable in this game, but now tomorrow becomes a must-win for the Lions.
Well, I don't think they care about tomorrow right now. I think they're just looking at today.
They'll care about it in about a half hour when they realize what's going on.
So Julian Hendrickson gets the Ice Lions back one more.
Number 43, Julian Hendrickson. Assistant by number 16, Andrew Beck. And number 6, Adam Batts.
Andrew Beck and Adam Batts get the assists on Hendrickson's goal.
Assisted by...
As this one's played out to center by Schnell. Pushed forward for Klaesner. Klaesner one-on-one, but he has a man breaking with him. Klaesner hits the side of the net. Tries to wrap it around, but it's poked away by Ludwig. Klaesner with it. Backhand forehand, tries to cut to the slot and make something happen. Unable to get around the 4 Ice Lions that surround him, and it's just pitchforked back into the Lindenwood offensive end. Schnell looking for Klaesner on the back door, almost had the rat play. And he would have caught Holtforster looking the wrong way, but Klaesner able to pull the trigger. Ludwig will try to play this out. It's blocked on the clearing attempt by Freiberger. Pushed forward, here comes Hendrickson. Near side boards, circling with it is Batts. Batts over the red line will just lift it back into the Lindenwood end. 2:53 to go in the third period. Lindenwood leading 8-2 now. Ennis, a slap pass after touching an Ice Lion stick, now finds its way onto the stick of Gassett, and back for a blocker save coming by Holtforster off the stick of Josh Lavin. Lavin has it now to the point he goes and hops over the stick of Jake Wind. Lavin on the near side half boards, throws it on goal, covered up by Holtforster.
Oh, there's a penalty coming.
And the frustration for Penn State really...
Yeah, that's a punch to the head. I think this should fall under an ejection here.
And Penn State really just beating themselves even worse as Lassick will go to the box one more time.
Yeah, Lassick punched the player as he's going down. Right in the back of the head.
And it's going to be a rough. I think they're just going to give him 2 with 2:27 to go in the third.
By the way, the other game's going on at 4:30. It'll be Adrian and Stony Brook. This is Division 1. Sorry, at 5:30, Central Oklahoma and Liberty. It's a 7-10 matchup. And the 8-9 matchup, Michigan, Dearborn, and Colorado at 8:30. Those are the Division 1 games remaining today, guys. Defending national champions playing today.
Walking the line, Schiffman, he kept it in for Gassett. Circling with it and going to the point, it's Schrader. Schrader, a shot deflects and a kick save made by Holtforster. Behind the net, it's Freiberger. He goes across. Gassett has it now. He goes to the point. Schiffman for Schrader. Back for Schiffman. Schiffman fakes a shot, goes for Gassett on the far side point. He shoots, save made by Holtforster. Back to the point for a try from Gassett. Goes across instead for Schrader. A shot blocked out of the air by Ludwig. A diving clear out to center. Good effort there. That by Ambrose Quadro. With 1:40 to go in the third period. Lindenwood content to just eat the clock and wanting to leave it off, and starting up with it is Kraus. Drops it off for Vitti and gets it back. Poked up ahead, and Vitti pushes it back farther into the Penn State end. Out of the reach of Horgus, it goes to the point, and an almost keep there by Wine, but it goes up and out of play. 50 seconds to go on the power play for Lindenwood, and 1:17 seconds remaining in the third period. So JP will have an interview with the Lindenwood Lion after the game is over. That line is still to be determined. A knuckle puck goes off the side of the net. Ennis has it now. Spins off the check of Horgus and takes it behind the net. Kraus goes to the point. Walking the line is Wyant. He gets a pass back now. Goes over for Kraus. Kraus fires a shot, blocked out of the air by friendly fire, that being Dylan Miller. Kraus again fakes a shot, goes over for Wine. Wine throws it off wide. Miller has it now. We'll send it behind the net. Here's Ennis. Ennis circles, walks it in front. A save made by Old Forester. Miller in the corner for Ennis. Ennis ties up there with Horgus. Goes up but not out. Kept in by Kraus. Miller plays it down low, taken down for his efforts. Ennis has it. A check on the far side corner sees Brendan Horgus come away with it. 26 to go in the period. Down the wing, this is Ludwig. Ludwig holds. He shoots wide. Karam goes into the far side corner. With it is Granatier. Granatier down the wing with 12 to go. Out in front, but unable to pull the trigger, and hanging his head in frustration is Gricko. Quickly up with a head of steam as a shot over the bar. Out by Schnell. On the wing, it's pushed back in behind the net, his Penn State net. And that will do it. So the Lindenwood Lions, a convincing 8-2 win over Penn State.
They had 15 in the third for a game total of 45. For Penn State, they had 10 in the third for a game total of 28.
Final shots on goal, 45-28 in the game. 15-10 in third period in favor of Lindenwood.
A comprehensive beating. That is what it is. Lindenwood was dominant from the opening face-off, as JP alluded to earlier. Dominant from the opening face-off up until the final buzzer. They completely controlled all 60 minutes. For Lindenwood, unfortunate that they conceded 2 there at the end, and now the goals allowed goes to UMass going into tomorrow's game. But really just an all-out complete effort. Beatdown, yeah, by Lindenwood today. No two ways about it. You know, now if you're Penn State, you lick your wounds. You're playing one more game tomorrow. I mean, for all we know, as the Lindenwood players salute their fans, I mean, for all we know, you know, Penn State may check out their hotels tomorrow, play their game, and then head home. You know, it's probably about a 5-hour bus ride back home. So you'll probably see him check out tomorrow. And JP's down there with an interview.
All right, it looks like JP is ice level with the winning goaltender, Josh Martin. Go ahead, JP.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're down here with winning goaltender, Josh Martin. Josh, big performance from you guys today. Beating the reigning #1 team in the nation and totally putting them out of this tournament with a big win for you guys. Take us through the game for yourself.
Well, my defense and offense played spectacular. They kept all the shots to the outside, and they let me see all the shots, which helps a ton.
You made some really good saves out there. What's this do for you guys going into tomorrow with a matchup to take the pool?
That after this game, we have a really good feeling in the locker room, very good chemistry going right now, and tomorrow.
All right, Josh. Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good luck tomorrow. Andrew, back up to you.
Thank you, JP. Thank you, Mr. Martin. So the final score here from the Ohio Health Schiller North in Lewis Center. the Lindenwood Lions 8 and the Penn State Ice Lions 2. Penn State falls to 0-2 in pool play. They are officially eliminated from contention. Lindenwood goes to 2-0 in pool play and will play tomorrow morning at 11:30 a.m. against the University of Massachusetts Minutemen. And the winner of that game will move on to the national semifinals Monday afternoon at the Ice House. For Brett Luthner and for John Peterson, my name is Andrew Shapiro. Thank you for joining us on this production of the ACHA Division II National Championship Tournaments on the ACHA Hockey Network. Please join us again right after this, as it's going to be the University of New Hampshire Wildcats taking on the Northern Arizona University Ice Jacks. That a Pool A matchup. Once again, your final score, 8-2 in favor of Lindenwood over Penn State. Thanks for watching and good night.
and he's got it. 115. We're going to have to get Brad Neal after this one way or another. With even 1:06 left to go, if he still has the shutout intact or not. Richardson will look to try to make that possible. Sofer couldn't get to that one, and here now is McDaniel. He gains the zone. His shot went wide. And Toon back out there. He'll put one towards goal, but Salinas takes it away, lifts it up into the neutral zone, and it'll be gathered here with 45 seconds left with Spores. Spores fires it in deep. Salinas gathers up on the end boards. He puts the brakes on, but he gets hit. Good battle there by Sidon. As they, without any quit, Perry's got it. Perry tries to center it, and that would not go. And then this is a chance in front, and a puck not clear, but it'll end up, I believe, out. Now it will be out with under 20 seconds left. Here's Spores. His shot, save made. Under 10 seconds left. Another chance. This shot in front. And this one rolls to the far end. And with 2 seconds, one and none, that is going to do it. The first shutout pitched in this tournament will be by Brad Neal, the man that has had all the best goalie statistics in the regular season. Brad Neal shuts out the Liberty Flames. 4-0 final score. Neal was fantastic, and we'll hopefully hear from him. But there's also a chance we'll hear Tyler Richardson. There's a few choices that can be made by Rasty McGibbon. Aurora, once again, has just been flat out impressive. A 6-3 win yesterday against Denver. Wasn't too sure. They did get their first win in this ACHA tournament, and still undefeated are the Aurora Spartans. And we're going to get Brad Neal at center ice with Rasty McGibbon, and rightfully so. And we'll get him over there. And the Liberty's going to do their the prayer at center ice. We're going to get in front there. Hold on 1 second. We'll get over there. Zoom in on that if you could please. And Rasty McGibbon with Brad Neal. Take it away.
Brad Neal, you really put on a clinic there. Outshot 39-24. How does it feel to have the first shutout of this tournament?
You know, it feels good. Our team played great. I thought we had some huge blocks, which, you know, everybody just did their role, and we came out successful.
Liberty was the runner-up last year. Does that at all factor into the scouting and planning of this game?
You know, I think we just come into it with the same mentality anyways, and just try to do our part and try to be successful.
A lot of penalties in this both ways, and a lot of time for both teams on special teams. As a goaltender, how do you feel about that?
Well, coming in, you know, everybody's going all out, so it's going to be chippy every game. So you just got to be able to kill off some penalties, score some goals on the power play, get it done.
You guys have won two, and that sets you up for a winner-take-all tomorrow. What sort of preparation, besides a lot of sleep, goes into getting ready for tomorrow?
You know, just rest up, refuel, and get hydrated, and get ready.
Okay, now Sean Bretherick, who's my commentating partner, jinxed you. He said the word before it happened, okay?
Yeah.
So tell Sean, shame on you, and you got the shutout.
It's all right. Hey, it worked out.
Well, congratulations on this, and good luck tomorrow, and thanks very much for your time.
All right, thank you.
Sean, now we send it back to you upstairs.
Oh, Rasty, I tell you what, you're something else sometimes, sir, but you know what? We love you all the same as always. So we thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Once again, the final scores you see on your screen. Aurora defeats Liberty by the final score of 4-0. For Rasty McGibbon, For Kyler and Paul Lawton, who did a fantastic job pinch hitting here on camera, my name is Sean Butler, saying so long here from Lewis Center.